Hi, Tanna Marshall here with your Feel Good Friday message. And today I want to talk to you about noticing little miracles. We all notice big miracles, but little miracles are happening all the time, all around us. And especially if you have set a strong intention, like I have this year, and hopefully you have this year, you got to notice the things that are showing up for you when you have set that strong intention and that energy starts to come back to you. So, I want to tell you about a couple little miracles that were happening for me so you kind of get an idea of how these things can show up if you're not really familiar with it, or you don't know where to look, or you don't know what to acknowledge, because we always want to acknowledge and appreciate the little miracles so they keep showing up. So, my strong intention this year was to manifest some really, really big things. And the first little thing that happened to me, which still kind of boggles my mind, one day I went into my bedroom and there was a book on my nightstand. I don't even remember which bookcase it is, but it was now on my nightstand. It was The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. If you're not familiar with it, it is a really great book. I think it was written in the 30s. Norman Vincent Peale was a very prominent minister, and he wrote a lot of books. He started Guidepost magazine. And I love him. He's a great source of inspiration, very focused on the positive. Kind of, he's a Christian minister, but just focused on the positive, so anybody can get anything out of it. But I haven't read it in a while, and there it was on my nightstand. And nobody had been in the house. It's just me and Mom. She can't do anything without my help, so she didn't do it. I have no idea how it got there, but I just accepted it as, okay, this is a little miracle guiding me to where I want to be. So I thought, okay, I need to reread this. And I picked it up and I did. And I got some really powerful nuggets that I thought, okay, this I needed to kind of propel me forward a little bit more. So that was a pretty big, well, to me, pretty big miracle. Hi, Lovey. Cats are joining us again. So the next little thing that happened was I had a Disneyland trip planned with a friend of mine. And unfortunately, it was going to rain on the day that we had planned to go. So we had to reschedule. We weren't sure when we were going to reschedule. That was going to be on a Monday. And the Sunday before I was supposed to go, when we had already said, okay, we're going to have to cancel, I got an email from a different friend who said, hey, I'm going to be at Disneyland. I bought a multi-day ticket. Will you be there on Wednesday? Can you meet me on Wednesday? And so, I checked with my caregiver and my neighbor, and they were all there and available. So I was like, yes, I'll meet you there. So my one trip fell through and another one immediately appeared for me, and we had a fabulous time. So that was, I definitely acknowledged that, like, oh, I really wanted to go, and boom, here it was. Had another great trip drop in my lap. Now, the next little miracle I want to share with you is so incredibly powerful, and I'm going to be talking about it a lot, probably this whole year, but definitely a lot in the next few videos. I'm on the list for Nick and Jessica Ortner, who created the Tapping Solution movie, and they have a tapping summit every year, which is going to start on February 27th this year. I definitely encourage you to check that out. Tapping is incredibly powerful if you're not familiar with it. Tapping on acupressure points to alleviate the emotional impact of past traumas, emotional issues, physical pain, phobias, addictions. It's really powerful. I use it every day on myself. I use it with my clients all the time. I love it. It's a great tool. Margaret Lynch has a book called The Tapping into Wealth, and Nick Ortner had just sent out an email promoting a video series that Margaret was doing, and I did the series. It was incredibly powerful. I was totally drawn in, blown away by the information. I wound up buying her book, Tapping into Wealth. I'm working my way through it. I've just finished it. I'm going back. I'm starting over again because it's all about clearing money blocks. And my goals have a lot to do with money this year, other things, but that's a big part of it. And I think that applies to just about everybody. We all have that. And I'll be getting into more of that later. But this book was such a valuable tool, and I was so grateful that I got this information in Nick Ortner's email about Margaret Lynch. And I encourage you to check her out if you have money blocks that you want to clear, because she is the master, and this book is incredible. So I acknowledge this as a tool for something that I need to move me forward towards the intentions that I have set for this year that I'm so passionate about. So I'm using this book. I am loving this book. I think you would really like it too. But it's so powerful that I have decided to devote this entire year to focusing on this work and clearing my inner blocks. And I'm going to be helping you do the same because, boy, when you start focusing on money issues, it brings up all this other deeper rooted crap that's been stuck there and preventing you from attracting what you want. So if you've ever wondered why law of attraction isn't working for you, why you're not attracting what you want, there are some inner blocks there that you are probably not aware of. We'll talk about that more in future videos. But that was a big miracle for me, attracting this book, because it's just kind of blown my mind. So that was a big miracle. And I just want you to notice what is going on in your life all the time. Who's showing up for you? What resources are becoming available for you? What little miracles are just appearing and you can't explain it? Don't try and figure it out. Just appreciate it and acknowledge it and go, thank you, universe, especially if it's something really specific and obvious that you've looked for or asked for, and there it is. So it's so important. If you acknowledge and appreciate all these little miracles, they will keep coming to you. You will keep attracting more resources, more good stuff, more people, more opportunities that are aligned with what you are trying to attract for yourself. So that's my message for you today. And I'm going to keep encouraging you to do that every Friday. Thank you so much for joining me again. I really appreciate you being here. Please leave comments below. I love to read your comments, and I'm glad that you're here with me. Thank you. And if you haven't already, remember to subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And if you would like these videos delivered straight to your inbox every Friday, jump over to my website, tannamarshall.com. You can join the mailing list, get a free gift, and you'll get a special little note from me every Friday that only goes out to my list. You will get these videos before anybody else does. So I just want to wish you a great weekend and notice the miracles. They are all around you all the time, always happening, always showing up for you. Acknowledge them, appreciate them, watch for more, and see where they're guiding you, because they're definitely there for your benefit. So let's have fun doing this continuously. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next time.